David, how big was that free kick goal against DC United?
It was big in the sense of everybody was sort of getting impatient, obviously with my ankle, and impatient with the fact that I wasn't playing. And it was just happy. I was happy for myself just to actually get on the field and start playing again. Scoring the goal was an added bonus, and scoring the goal like it was, of course, an added bonus for myself and for the fans. But I'm just happy to be back playing. I'm happy to be around the lads actually on the field, and hopefully it continues.
Now, of course, you've got the ankle that is healing now. What about when you were sitting on that bench? How badly did you want to be out there?
I think I'm a terrible person to be around when I'm not playing soccer. When I'm injured or when I'm out of the team, you can ask my wife. She knows exactly how I am and how passionate I am about being on the field. And when I'm not on the field, then it affects me on and off the pitch. So yeah, it's been frustrating. It's been frustrating being in the treatment room every day because again, I hate the treatment room.
The newest member of the LA Galaxy, Mr. David Beckham.
David, we're speaking 5 weeks to the day that you were introduced in Southern California. Has all the attention drawn to you surprised even you?
It has, because to a certain extent, we all know that soccer's not the biggest sport in America, and there's so many other great sports. But the attention that I have received has been great in a way, because it lifts the profile of the MLS and soccer in the States. So I think that's been the great thing about the attention that I have received since I arrived.
Now, some of the attention, of course, and this might make you blush, has to do with the fact that you are regarded by many as a sex symbol.
Right.
Can that be used to improve the image of soccer in the United States?
I'm not sure about that. I've never looked at it in that way, but the images of soccer in the States is very good. It just needs a bit more worldwide publicity, and at the moment we're getting that. It's just a case of continuing that and getting it to a level where it can compete with some of the best leagues and some of the best players in the world.
One of the shots we keep seeing is the shirt off after one of the matches. That could work in a way too.
It could, but that's one thing I've always done. I've always taken my shirt off and swapped shirts with 1 or 2 players. So I'm sure that'll continue.
How's your family adjusted to life 5 weeks in the U.S.?
They're loving it. I think it's a great place to bring up kids. It's a great place for my family to live. Victoria's happy and 3 boys are really happy. They couldn't be any happier at the moment. They've been so many different places that they've never been before. They've been down to the beach once, twice a week. So, to have that quality in their lives, it makes us very happy.
All right, what do you miss from Europe?
I miss a lot of things. I miss my family that are back there, my parents, my grandparents, my sisters. But like I said, it's about experiencing different things, experiencing different cultures and way of lives, and what better way of life than living in the States and bringing your kids up here for a while. But of course there's many places and many things that I miss about England. The travelling is going to be different and something that I'm not used to, but I plan to be flying in and out as quick as possible. As soon as I've played the game, I'll be back here Thursday noon, I think. And then we've got a game in the evening, so hopefully I get through the game with the England team.
What are your concerns about putting stress on the ankle, either playing internationally or even traveling internationally?
There's a certain amount of pressure that comes on the ankle with obviously flying. It's just a case of keeping an eye on it and just making sure that the pressure is kept on it, and that the fact that I have to keep treating it.
England coach Steve McLaren said he's more than convinced than ever that you can really help England make it to Euro 2008. That must make you feel very good.
Yeah, of course. It's always nice to have nice words said about me and confidence in me as a soccer player. That's the most important thing to me, to have people think of me in that way. It's always been about the soccer, always has been and always will be. But I'm glad that the England manager's saying that about me, and hopefully it's true. Hopefully I can help the team with the other players get to the European Championships.
It's not going to be easy. The road's not easy now, is it?
It's not easy because we're not in the best of positions, but we've got a chance. We've got the players that we need to progress, and if we play to our potential, then we'll be okay.
Where does your passion come from working with young people?
The funny thing is, I've always loved being around kids. I always loved working with kids. You know, I was a young father. I had kids at like 20, 23 years old, and you know, like I said, you know, I love working with kids. It's one of the reasons why I opened my academies. It's one of the reasons why I love doing things like this. You know, since I've been in the States, I've had great things happen to me and great memories so far, but this is one of the best memories that I've had since I've been in America.
Of course, I'm sure having 3 kids of your own also helps, huh?
Of course, yeah, of course. You know, having 3 boys, it's always interesting, always exciting, and you know, you never get a moment's rest. But there's nothing better in life.
Harlem's the future of American soccer. When David Beckham paid a visit to a tiny soccer field in New York City, it marked the coming of age for a youth program that had existed for 16 years. The LA Galaxy star's participation in a skills clinic in many ways put FC Harlem on the map and left those who met the Englishmen with lasting impressions.
It was really awesome.
This is the best day I've had in my life. Playing with David Beckham, when he passed me the ball, I was like, oh, Beckham. I was so excited because as soon as I passed him the ball, he's like, and I passed it right back, he's like, oh, you could play. I was like, yeah.
When we were playing over there, I was D'ing him, and he was like, don't mock me. I'm like, I have to. I'm in defense. But he always got away from me, so he taught me to, you know, tighten up on that a bit.
At times, it appeared that Beckham and his fellow Major League Soccer players who turned out for the clinic were enjoying themselves more than the kids. Perhaps it had to do with knowing all of the good that the program provides the youngsters of this inner-city community.
When you come to somewhere like Harlem, where the majority of kids, you know, come here and this is their life, you know, coming out playing soccer is so important to them, and I think that to have something like this here is incredible for the kids of Harlem.
It gives them hope, especially for the ones that are good, or even the ones that aren't good. It shows that, you know, if you work at something hard enough, you can succeed in it. And I think it's a definite way out for a lot of them, and now they're going to take it seriously because they see that it's possible to make it.
I wish I had the chance to meet, you know, a top-class footballers when I was that age, and now they have the chance to see 3 of us in here. It's something that you will never forget, so I think it's a great experience.
FC Harlem creates safe after-school opportunities for neighborhood girls and boys that takes them off the streets and brings them into an environment that can be life-changing.
We use the sport of soccer to empower the community, develop families, and provide opportunities for youth. So what we're really looking at is not so much developing elite players, even though when we have really good talent, we're providing opportunities for them to go to the highest level. We're using soccer as really teaching life skills.
It keeps us out of trouble, make us have something to do. It's something we enjoy to do, play soccer all the time.
You get to learn most stuff, you get to go places, and like work with your teammates very well. You become one big happy soccer family.
Programs like FC Harlem aren't unique here in the United States. In fact, they can be found all across America as soccer makes strides into the inner cities in hopes of developing the next David Beckham.
The inner cities is where you can find some great players, some great young talent, because, you know, the kids haven't got what other people and other kids have got around different places of the country and different places of the world, and you get that hunger.
Soccer in the city is more than just a way for young people to merely pass the time. In Harlem, the sport is being used to instill an insatiable desire to succeed. Mark McKay, CNN, New York.